Hey there, folks. Mr. Van Eppen back here with your Little Shoe Career Pathways Academy video lecture series. Today we are going to be working in your active literacy model, and you're going to learn today about how to use a brace map. Brace map looks just like this. You see here usage to break down parts to a whole, so we're going to go over that. So why do we use it? Well, just as I said, you have a big topic you want to understand in more detail. You want to understand the components, the parts. So you take a large topic and you break it down into smaller yet necessary parts. That yet necessary is a vital part of this process. And also it's good to be used for planning purposes. Okay? Planning for like papers or projects, things like that. All right, so let's say simple. Here's a basic usage. So we have our bicycle. So that's going to be our main topic. We always have whatever that large topic is going to be on the left side. And then we break it down as we go from left to right. So we start with a bicycle. Well, let's see. If I have my components of a bicycle, let's just say we have the wheels, we have the gears, and we have the frame. Okay, so we've broken it down. Well, so what is the bicycle made out of? Well, it's made out of wheels, gears, and a frame. Okay, but we can also, so now we've basically broken it down to three large topics again, and we can break those down even further. So what are the wheels made out of? Well, they're made out of rubber, they're made out of spokes, and they're made out of, well, maybe we'll just say metal. Okay, so we have our parts. You know, we can go through and do the same thing with the gears, and we can do the same thing with the frame. So as we see our usage here, we start over here with a large topic. We break it down into simpler parts, and we can break it down even further than that until we can't break it down anymore. Now, the important part of a brace map to mention, because many people when they see the brace map, they think, oh, it's a sideways tree map. I get it. I think I know what it is because it's basically a tree map, right? Well, it's not. Because here's the problem. If you take away metal, so let's take away metal over here. Can you have the wheels without the metal? Well, no, you can't. So if you don't have wheels, do you have a bicycle? No. And that's the thing is I always call the brace map the house of cards. Okay, I don't know if people do this anymore, but when I was young and growing up, we didn't have like fancy Xboxes and things like that. You'd buy these, or you'd take a deck of cards and you could cut slits in them, and you would make a deck. Well, the thing is, if you take one deck out of there, the whole thing's going to crumble. Okay, the whole thing's going to come down on you. So that's going to be a problem. All right, so if you take one thing from our brace map out, the whole thing's going to crumble. It's no longer a brace map. All the items are necessary. All right, so if we take a look at Romeo and Juliet, for instance, and we're back. So if we're looking at Romeo and Juliet, for instance, okay, so every story, anytime you have a story, it has a beginning, a middle, and an ending. All right, so we have the beginning, the middle, and the ending. In the beginning of Romeo and Juliet, Andre fall in love. The family feuds, etc. Okay, in the middle, Romeo kills Tybalt. Romeo is banished by the prince, etc. Etc. meaning and so on. And in the end, Romeo and Juliet kill themselves. Okay, if we don't include all these components, so let's say if Romeo and Juliet don't fall in love, well, that's no longer the beginning of the story, because that's what happened in the beginning of the story. You take that out, it's inaccurate. It's not the beginning. If you take out the beginning, it's no longer Romeo and Juliet. Okay, so each part is needed. All right. Now, we can do this also for outlining, for planning purposes. So I assigned to you a literary analysis. You want to have a literary analysis paper. Okay, so you're going to plan for the literary analysis paper using our brace map. Well, you know that every good paper is going to have an intro, a body, and a conclusion. Okay, and you know that in your intro you want to include a quote about whatever your topic is, quote about X. Okay, and then you want to give a brief intro of your topic, and then you're going to give your thesis statement, and you can list it there. In your body, you can have your main points, write your main points out. Main point number 1, main point number 2, and obviously you'd have more detail in this, but I'm just showing you what it would look like. And then in your conclusion, you're going to restate the thesis, and then close. Okay, so very simplified version of it, but you could see how you would use this very effectively to plan a literary analysis paper. Okay, I need these things, otherwise my intro is not complete. If I don't have the intro, it's not a good literary analysis paper. Okay, I need these main points in here. If I don't have these main points in here, the body's not complete. Without the body, I don't have a good literary analysis paper, and so on. Okay, it's necessary parts of a whole. All right, so after you've used this map, okay, you want to self-assess yourself. So you look back at our checklist and you say, okay, were all my ideas complete? Were they complete thoughts that anybody could understand? If it's yes, good job. Okay, the content listed on the left is completely detailed by the parts in the content on the right. Okay, so like bicycle, I broke it down by parts on the right, which were broken down by parts on the right, etc. Also, content is the content that's included in the brace map. Did you list it in chronological order? Now, obviously, that's one where when it's appropriate. You know, if it's a story, yeah, you're going to want that in chronological order. If you're planning, you're doing outlining for paper, yeah, you will want that to be in order. The bicycle, no, that's not something that would have been in order. That was an opportunity or an example that was not an appropriate usage of the chronological order. So there you go. There's our brace map. So if you have any questions on how to use it, please let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you use it in the future. And if you have any questions when we use it, let me know. Have a good day.